Welcome back. How to break all or nothing thinking in weight loss and rebuild your confidence. See if you can relate to this. Someone said I'm a 39-year-old woman, 5'3", the lowest weight I got to in my 20s was 120 pounds. 3 years ago, I went from 190 to 145. Now I'm 232 pounds. I am so upset with myself that I let it get this out of hand. I will start eating healthy, go to the gym, and then give up. I am an all or nothing person, and I know this is not feasible, but I let my mind get the best of me. I know only I can change this, but I won't lie. I think laziness is also playing a part. I work from home and have zero energy or drive. How have you all handled this? So click like if that's something you relate to. We have to have some compassion because you're not the only one that feels that way. And it happens very easily and people feel stuck. They feel like they're not good enough or something's wrong with them or they're just lazy. We want to dig into this and find out what's causing this frustration and sadness from a coaching standpoint. We also want to have compassion and illuminate some other possible approaches that can help you see a way out of this. So if it's your first time here, my name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance. I help business owners lose weight and feel their best without crash diets or guilt. So this person's feeling really guilty. I'm going to show you how to not feel guilty about it. I've got the health habit scorecard, or the link live aligned scorecard is linked below and help you get some personalized tips for your next best steps. Check that out. So the first thing to point out, when I searched all or nothing diets, the top response on Google was the National Eating Disorders Association site. So if you are having these kinds of concerns about all or nothing diet or feeling like it's impossible to manage your food choices, anything like that, go to that site and take an eating disorders quiz. It might give you some valuable resources. Now, I'm not going to diagnose you or say whether you have it. It's just something to consider, and they can get you some help and help you understand this process in a way that I couldn't do as a health coach specifically. Now, another thing to point out, when this person, they were scorekeeping their scale weight as milestones throughout the years. Over time, they said, like, I got as low as this, and now I gained this, and then now I'm back up, right? If you are scorekeeping your weight and it's becoming a major factor for you in terms of how you were considering milestones in your life, then you want to take a closer look at that and see if there are other things that could be more valuable for you to track or follow, or you might at least have these things in a helpful context so you can make informed decisions. Now, get into this a little bit more. I did more research, Psychology Today article. I linked this below on YouTube, Understanding and Overcoming All or Nothing Thinking, where the author said of all the cognitive distortions that cognitive behavioral therapy targets, one of the most common they see is all or nothing thinking. So this is a cognitive distortion that could be really challenging for you and keep you stuck. You want to be mindful of it, explore that a little bit more, maybe talk with a mental health professional who can give you a little better approach or different approach than I can as a health coach, because what I focus more on behavior and how you are processing things. They've got a different skill set. So what I want to say finally is all or nothing thinking is fair and an acceptable perception. I'm not here to judge you or like make you feel bad for this thinking. It's just that we also want to consider that it's not effective for you at this point. When you describe yourself as all or nothing person, you may have a hard time starting and sticking to things like weight loss plans or anything that takes repetitive behavior changes or consistent habits in order to shift it. If you're all or nothing, you might delay, you might find some sense of perfectionism, and that keeps you from starting those changes or even taking small steps. Or if you have one mistake, you might decide like, oh no, I'm just not good enough. And then you quit way before necessary, or you don't even have to quit, to get from that process that you're trying to improve. So we want to take a closer look at this. Consider that you don't believe that you need to lose weight is another big thing here. When you are feeling like you're lazy or you're having a hard time starting a weight loss process or any kind of habit change, you have to also consider that you don't believe that that result is appropriate for you right now. Maybe you're not in a space mentally where you think you need to lose weight, or you're just not ready. That can also be a possibility. I'd love to leave pathways open so you don't feel bad about yourself for things that you simply don't want or you're not ready for or you're unable to do on your own. Now, if you want support, I'll be glad to help you. It's just that you would have to want to do it and be in a space and mindset where that's available for you. Now, if you feel like you should should be losing weight, then there are ways you can ask your doctor to see if that's true or that's the case. And then you can explore reasons why you're not ready or how ready you are to take small steps in order to get going on that. But if you are feeling like you're not ready, but there's some kind of dissonance there, what happens is you'll start to guess that you're lazy or not good enough or something's wrong with you, just because you might be living up to some kind of expectations that aren't your own. So, first thing you want to do is decide what is appropriate for yourself in terms of weight loss or your health goals. If you want to feel more confident and control, notice how you characterize yourself. So this person describes themselves, identifies with an I am statement. They say, I am an all or nothing person. These I am statements are tremendously powerful. Some people call them affirmations. When you pick an identity like this, then you are very likely to look for ways to express that in your life. You'll choose behaviors that match that identity. So I covered this in another video recently about people saying, I am lazy. Then you do things that exemplify being lazy. Or if you believe that you're an all or nothing person, like this person has described themselves as, then they're going to look for ways to like validate and verify and prove that they're an all or nothing person, which is a choice, right? It might be a subconscious choice or just a tendency that you've noticed about yourself. But when you declare it like that, I am an all or nothing person, then you can run into problems with some of the consequences of identifying that way. So pay attention to that. Those I am statements are really powerful. Next, they said, I am so upset with myself that I let it get this out of hand. And so when I read that, it sounds like they're experiencing a lack of control and autonomy. Like they feel like they are not able to manage their choices and they feel guilty about it or some kind of regret. And this is really common and unfortunate. That's why I'm like creating this whole channel. I want to help you get out of that way. So if you're feeling that sense of lack of control and autonomy, the first thing to do, in my opinion, is to ask yourself, what does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? And when you do that, you can consider that and start to take small steps towards feeling that way, towards feeling more confident and in control. So another way to put this is if you focus too much on the big picture outcomes of your life, then like in terms of this person was looking at their weight at different phases of their life as milestones, instead they can focus on some of the smaller choices you can make to help you feel like you're in charge of your day. So little things that can also contribute to your health outcomes over time, but they immediately boost your mood. Things like go for a walk because it feels good, not because you guessed that you need to lose weight. Setting a plan and following through with that plan. It can be small steps, a short walk, going outside, taking a break, all of that. That can help a lot in the next steps. See how it feels to make food choices that match what you want and don't make you feel guilty. So instead of focusing on what you should or shouldn't eat, focus on eating foods that help you feel energized and fit what you want in that moment, even if it doesn't lead to weight loss particularly, right? Or even foods that are just delicious and healthy for you. Eat more things that help you feel good and then kind of dissociate that guilt from those choices. It's a bit of a practice, but I'll be glad to help with that. So if you're looking for more tips to help you feel more confident and in control, that's what that Live Aligned scorecard is all about. And my coaching, the Live Aligned method, is helping you align your choices with what you want day by day and building the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams. So take that quiz and it'll help you out so you can get clear next steps. I'd love to help you with this process. Subscribe to the channel, click like if you can relate to this. Next, you can watch 4 factors to tell when you're actually ready to lose weight. I'll put that here. This is breaking down the psychology of whether you're ready to make changes for real or if you're just feeling pressure for any number of reasons. It's a great video for you to explore next. So that's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.